Welcome back, Knights of Dragaria, to Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. I'm your host, Veracity, and we're going to talk about the Knights in the Republic of Grimol.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
Okay, let's talk about Sugar here. Sugar is a female, age 14, class sorceress. This tomboyish granddaughter of Mua looks up to Eliza like an older sister. Although still young and immature, she has great latent magical potential. Having inherited Mua's genetics, Grimol's military regulation states that witches may not enlist as soldiers until they pass the witchcraft mesophyte trials. Sugar skipped right over the neophyte phase and did just that, proving exactly how skilled she is. Due to her youth, she is unable to completely shake off her fear of the battlefield, but conceals this from those around her by putting on a brave and cheery format. She is way too young for combat. Way too young. Way too young probably to be in this game. I'm just saying. Okay, so she is, my opinion, way too young to be fighting here, but she's in here. So let's look at some of her stats here. You start off as the Enchantress class. You move up. You can make her in Sorceress. You can do all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool, right? So she is an amazing knight, though. Command range 5, character growth D, although it's at 18, so you know they'll turn it E, so that's kind of normal in that sense. But rune growth of A, so you can see the rune growth is going to be quite high, 273. You can carry a lot of monsters with it. Now, what is the downside here? Okay, so she's 18, level 18 right now, and we're looking at 427 HP, but 444 MP. Quite high for that. Intelligence of 83. It's a pretty good check right there for me. Agility of 84. I like that. Don't worry about the attack strength. That doesn't matter. Not important. So she's not really a project knight. She's kind of an established knight, but she's a little bit squishy because of the HP. And I guess naturally some of the mages are going to be that way anyways, you know, as far as that's concerned. But you get a staff, you get a robe, you get this and that, you get a hat and a ring. It's pretty cool. Now, looking here, I did cross-class her because typically when I play, I do cross-class. So if you're wondering how to do that, you just back out of here, back out of here, back out of there, go to class, click on her, and then see what you can do. You can put her through the Bard class, the Enchantress class, the Cleric class. You can do all three of them if you want. Although, really, normally speaking, you just ultimately can do two because that's about as much as you can really handle while you're playing a game. You get a little too carried away if you try to do three. You can, but you're not going to get all the skills. I'll just tell you that. So, if we're looking at basics, you know, stuff here, middle spank, normal attack, just does minor damage, 90, not that big of a deal. Don't worry about that. It's not important. She's a mage, right? So you get Geno Frost as a mage. It's 186 MP. It is a pre-move. Every single magic spell she has, every single magic spell most mages have, are pre-moves. So you have to stand there and wait one turn to cast a spell. So you make sure, because she has a lot of rune growth, you make sure she has enough monsters that are going to protect her because her HP is low. So you can do Geno Frost. Nice spell. It's 3 hex radius around. It does a lot of damage because of Intelligence 83. She's going to do pretty well that way. You got single frost spell. Attack power of 120. 68 MP to use. 3 spaces away. You can concentrate. That's pretty good. You want to do this if you need to kill something off. You want to concentrate something down. Focus something down. Do frost spells. If you got too many enemies around you, you just don't know what to do, pop the Geno Frost. Do that. You have a charm spell, which is 110 MP, and you wonder, like, how does that work? Well, it's based on your intelligence. So if you have a high intelligence, like 83 or more, it's going to work pretty well. So she has a pretty good intelligence, so you probably can charm the enemy and make them fight for you. Flight is just a spell that lets you float in the sky. You actually don't get to see it this time. I think there was a little bit of... Yeah, I wish they would have made the characters float. That would have been cool. But you do get to float in the air, and then whoever you cast this on has flying ability. So they have extra evasion against ground creatures, except now that they're kind of susceptible to centaur shots, and archer shots. Otherwise, you can fly over obstacles and all that. You know, so that's cool. Now, if you cross-class her, you're going to get heals, cures, halos, and whatever heals you can get with that. So that's up to you if you want to cross-class. That's absolutely something you can do. And I recommend you doing it. I know that it might not get all the boxes ticked as far as HP, intelligence, MP, and strength and everything that maybe you're concerned about. But the fact is, some versatility in a game, to me, trumps a slight stat boost overall in the end. Because if you had to heal on the fly, well, now you have the option to, you know. So that's usually why I cross-class a lot, and that's why some of the stats aren't going to be as close to what you're normally seeing, like if you just stuck to straight-up sorceress or straight-up healer. But personally, I really, really recommend it, and you'll listen to a lot of other Brigandine guys and gals say the same thing. It's even more so true with mages, because when it comes to magic, it's just straight up an INT dump. You know, whatever you have with your INT is put right into the magic, and that's what you're going to see as a result. So keep that in mind. You know, play with it how you want. I have yet to try her out as a sorceress and a bard. That could be cool. I have never tried that before, but if you tried other things with Sugar and you think she's better as a healer, a bard, a sorceress, you know, whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinion on it, and we can go from there and talk about that. See what she's kind of comparable to in maybe the previous iteration of Legend of Forsena or Grand Edition, or, you know, whichever one that is that you want to talk about, if you want to talk about that. Other than that, I have really nothing else to say. She's a quality knight. Enjoy. She'll do you good. She's a little squishy with hit points, so make sure you got a nice juicy slab of dragon in front of her to protect her. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Or no, sorry. I'll see you in the next guide video. All right. Take care.